Happy Saturday, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs, and welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode, where we're going to talk about how to share a grain-free, allergy-friendly Thanksgiving meal with your family. We're going to give you 3 strategies so that you can rock your grain-free, allergy-friendly lifestyle. My name's Nina Blake. I'm the Grain-Free Lifestyle Coach. I help families level up their grain-free lifestyles so that they can eat like normal while still avoiding grains and allergens. And today, we're talking Thanksgiving. The goal is everybody wants to eat a normal meal, and we should be able to do that without having 2 versions of everything. Thank you so much, Arlene. I really appreciate the sound check. Now, if you are making 2 versions, first, applause. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I know firsthand the level of work that takes, and I want to thank you and tell you how proud I am of you. Maybe we don't have to do that. I mean it. Maybe we could all eat safely together, okay? My first strategy is for those who are going for 2 versions of the meal. First, please take some protocols to avoid cross-contamination, and we'll talk more about that later. The second tip is have as many grain-free, allergy-friendly dishes that everyone can share. So a rock star stuffing that everyone will love, so you don't have to make 2. And nobody is going to get exposed, because if you have a grain-free, allergy-friendly stuffing, boom, everybody's going to enjoy it, and there's no risk of cross-contamination, okay? So first, we're going to avoid cross-contamination. We're going to have as many grain-free, allergy-friendly options as possible, so we don't have to make 2 versions. And the last tip is to take a building block approach. If you're like, building block approach, what are you talking about, Nina? Okay, when we take a building block approach, we make a basic version that everyone can enjoy, and then we let people add to it as they want. Okay, you ready to take a deep dive into this? Let's do it. Okay, if you are avoiding grains and allergens, then you are no stranger to cross-contamination. But if you're watching this supporting a family member, or it's your first day, cross-contamination is when a little crumb of something that is unsafe gets into your meal and you start loading up with consequences, nasty side effects. Your body is revolting from one little crumb. Yes, it happens. It happens to me all the time. Sometimes I'll go someplace to get a salad. I don't flip through the salad first to make sure there's no cheese. There'll be a little bit of cheese and reaction city. It happens. So we have to do our best to get the cross-contamination out. Now, there's a couple ways that we can avoid cross-contamination. We can create separate serving stations, okay? So the allergen-free food is over here, and only the allergen-free people are going to go to that area. It could be on a countertop in the kitchen, could be on a little table, you figure it out. And the buffet for everybody else is here. Cool. Provide separate serving utensils. Don't put them on the same countertop, because if they are on the same countertop, you know what happens? Somebody who means well, it's usually either a child or an elderly person, who just grabs the same serving spoon and dips in. So separate serving spoons. And for those children and the elderly person, let someone else serve them to reduce cross-contamination, because one little crumb can give you side effects that last for not just the day, but weeks. And we don't want that. We want to eat safely and share a meal with our family. So we're going to limit cross-contamination. Don't feel bad about it. In the past, I've even kept food aside for myself. So if I've just resigned myself, I've served myself first, and I'm like, people are going to eat from what's left, and there's going to be cross-contamination. I'll put food aside before the big meal is out, and that way I have leftovers that are safe for me. No problem. You don't want to have to be the food police. Nobody wants that, right? Okay, now, we've talked about avoiding cross-contamination. Here is where families start to eat like normal again. Prepare as many grain-free, allergy-friendly dishes as you possibly can, because when you do that, it's not twice as much work. It's the same amount of work. But everybody gets to eat together, okay? I'm talking pies, cakes, cookies, casseroles. We're talking Thanksgiving, so you know there's stuffing. If you're like, Nina, I need those recipes. Please help me. I want you to get your name on my calendar so that we can meet, so that I can get you the recipes that you need for a grain-free, allergy-friendly Thanksgiving. I know Arlene has put that link below. I've got a couple spots in my calendar. Let's meet so that I can support you, okay? So you're going to prepare as many grain-free, allergy-friendly versions as possible. When you do this, please test them ahead of time, because regardless of a recipe, your family's tastes are different, okay? Every family has their own flair to stuffings. For example, my quick cook stuffing recipe, it's not your family's recipe. You can break the recipe and make it your family's recipe. If your family's recipe includes maybe a little bit of bacon or ground beef, great. Add that to my quick cook stuffing. Add a little chopped celery. The reason I call my blog Break a Recipe is because I really want you to break the recipe apart. Make it your own so you and your family are eating like normal. Can I show you something? I know, you've been looking at these sugar cookies. I've been loving them. These are sugar cookies. This is one of my newest recipes. It's going to hit the blog soon. And these are grain-free, dairy-free, lectin-free. So when I say prepare one version that is safe for everybody, I really mean it. Look at them. Okay? Oh, they snap like normal sugar cookies. And they're absolutely delicious. No, they don't taste like coconut. They're grain-free, dairy-free, lectin-free, legume-free. No corn, no soy, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no nightshade. And they are amazing. And this is the type of recipe that I'm talking about, that you and your family can share together. Nobody's going to notice the missing ingredients. They're going to go for seconds, and people are going to say, hey, that was delicious. Now I see why you're able to stick with that. So we said, avoid the cross-contamination. You're doing that. Prepare as many grain-free, allergy-friendly, safe versions. And then the building block approach. Okay, now let's take a building block approach with these cookies. Let's say in your family, ice cream sandwiches are something that you have every Thanksgiving. No judgment, it's your family tradition. You love it. It's really hard to find a grain-free, allergy-friendly ice cream sandwich, but you could use these sugar cookies as a building block. Not that everybody has to use them, but ice cream in the middle, right? And then people get to have different flavors, okay? If you need to use separate ice creams, you can, but you don't have to. The base recipes, like flour, for example, and butter, and sour cream, and cream cheese, and mayonnaise, and seasonings, those are the building blocks. Cheeses too. Take a building block approach so that you start simple and everybody's having the same thing, but the building blocks of everybody's meal are slightly different. Think of a taco bar. Last year, one of my VIPs decided it was tacos for Easter Sunday because the dads were out of town. It was them and the kids, the sisters and the kids, and they were going to do a building block approach. So they had different types of taco shells. They had one taco meat for everybody to share. Who had this topping, who had that topping. Everybody had their safe meal. No cross-contamination, and everybody was happy. So what would your building block approach to a grain-free Thanksgiving look like? You could, why not do pizzas for appetizers? You're like, pizzas on Thanksgiving? Well, if you want to. Really, are there rules? At my house, we've thrown the rules out, okay? The rules don't work anymore. Delicious food does. Sharing delicious food. That's our rule. Those cookies are good. So you've got your pizza crust. You're going to have pizza crust for everybody, same cheese for everybody. People put their individual toppings. Cool. Building block approach to pizzas. And it's fun. You get to do it together instead of sitting there stuffing your faces. Cool. So now, it's time for the main course. Everybody eats the same turkey. And people are going to maybe want stuffing, want extras, not want gravy. You've made your grain-free, allergy-friendly, safe gravy. You are rocking it. So proud of you. But the squash. Some people like maple in their squash. Other people like cinnamon. Great. Basic squash. Put the toppings on the side. You're not making 2 meals. People get to be a little interactive. It's fun, and it's the building block approach. Same thing with the green beans. Oh, somebody likes cheese on their green beans. Another person maybe likes just butter or olive oil. Sure, the green beans are there. They can fix them up the way they want. If you're like, I am not letting my children do that. Okay. Absolutely. You do what works for you. But taking this building block approach to a meal cuts down on the work, makes it so everybody can have a safe version that suits their needs and tastes, and that nobody is left out. So, I believe you can do this. I'm excited to support you. Use my calendar link so that we can meet, and I can get you the holiday recipes that you're dreaming of. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The possibilities are endless when you break a recipe.